Well, I'm sure many of us have seen a model of the sanctuary in Exodus 25. I wanted to make one a few years ago, and I decided to make it totally different. I do origami for a hobby, and since I'm blind, it's an art form that I can do really well. And so I constructed the entire tabernacle in Exodus 25 out of origami. And of course, since they don't have patterns for this on the internet, I had to make most of them up off the top of my head. Thought I'd show this to you here for a few minutes. You see we have the outer courtyard. It's this big box. I just put white paper around it. This is the outer area of the courtyard. And then you have the courtyard space in here, which I'll go into the animals later. This is the bronze altar of burnt offering. And we have some fire, and here's a little ram on it. And that is a sacrifice. Then we have the laver, the wash basin where the priest would wash their hands and feet. And then we have the holy place, which let's just take a shot around the edges of the sanctuary. See, I have the blue, purple, and scarlet with the cherubim glued on it. Normally I don't like using glue with origami, but I had no choice here. Okay, going to inner furniture. We have the golden candlestick right here, the menorah. It's going to be a little hard to see because it's right up there, but that's the menorah. And then the other side is the table of showbread, which has even some loaves folded onto it. Now, up against this inner wall here, which is the paroquet, the inner veil, is the altar of incense. And here's a little golden censer that I have on it, right there. This is what the priest would carry in to the Holy of Holies on the Day of Atonement. I'll just put that back here on the altar of incense. Now we're going to go into the Holy of Holies. And we have a bunch of things here. It's a little hard to show, but there I do have a jar of manna. I have a budded rod. What is going to be most interesting, I would imagine, is this device. Many people actually say it's my best origami pattern. This is the, see if I can get it to stay up here, this is the Ark of the Covenant. And then if you lift the mercy seat off, you will actually see the tables of stone inside. I glued them in. Actually, it was an easy pattern, but it was hard getting it to glue. This gold foil paper doesn't glue well. All right, that's the inside of the tabernacle. Now I do have some animals that I can show you. We do have some. The black ones are goats. Over there inside. Let's see if I can maybe take one of them out. I don't want to tip them all over. These are black goats. Middle Eastern goats are black. Then we have a bullock. We have a ram. We already saw the ram. Over here we have some birdies. We have the white one is a dove and the gray one is a pigeon. Same pattern. This is a box that I use to store the portable models if I'm taking this on the road. And then we have over here, here is, yeah, this is a red heifer. And yes, it's bright red. It would have more likely been reddish brown back then, but before I had reddish brown paper, I made it this way, and everybody seems to love it obnoxiously bright red, so I've just kept it that way. Here's a priest. And I have a couple of priests actually, but I also have, this is 2 rows of priests. This is for carrying the Ark of the Covenant around. In fact, I wonder if let me see if I can get this to work. I can actually balance the Ark of the Covenant on their shoulders. It's really cool if I can get it to work. Let me see if it'll cooperate here.
And when did they need to carry it on their shoulders?
When they carried it around, say, like around Jericho, they would have had a veil over it, though. But, you know, you can only get so much out of paper. But anyway, this is, there we go, before everything tips over. That is the Ark of the Covenant on the shoulders of the priests. Which would have had a blue piece of paper. I believe it would have been blue over it. But then if I did that, you wouldn't be able to see it. Okay, one more thing. Last but not least is the ultimate, in some ways the So the beneficiaries of the sanctuary were the common people. And I do have a common worshiper here bringing an offering, and that is right in front here. And he is just a common worshiper because he's not in white, and he's just bringing an offering. And that is the complete tabernacle out of origami. Oh yeah, I do have grain offerings and stuff in here. It didn't come out so well. This is like a little offering. It didn't come out very well, but hey. That is the tabernacle in the Hebrew Bible, made out of origami.